I'm out of here. Try not to sell out the store while I'm gone.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Mostly.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
You know those marks you found around the murder victims? This is a reconstruction of the whole pattern.
What makes you think this is an accurate reconstruction?
Well, I borrowed the partial patterns from your police file and did my own tracing of the pattern at Lake Pontchartrain. An architectural artist reconstructed it for me from the partials.
Really? So this is the whole pattern, huh? That's pretty good work, Knight. But that doesn't prove that this pattern is really connected to voodoo. That doesn't prove anything.
I have this. Take a look at these notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? What about him?
They confirm that the pattern from the murders is of African origin.
Really? That's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here.
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
I already told you. You still need to prove that they're a threat. Get me a lead on the cult.
Gabriel has already proven to Mosley that a legitimate voodoo cult exists in New Orleans.
That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove anything.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
This is a newspaper clipping about a murder committed in 1810. That murder is an exact match of the voodoo murders, right down to the marks around the bodies.
This does sound like the same M.O. 1810.
1810. They killed then, they're killing now. Isn't that proof that they're likely to kill again? Or that they are a threat?
Okay, they're a threat.
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
I already told you. You still need to get me a lead on the cult.
Showing that to Mosley again wouldn't do much.
I took this tracing from a tattoo on Crash's chest. It's related to the underworld voodoo cult.
Yeah? What makes you think that?
It's what Crash said just before he died.
He was probably hallucinating from the drugs he OD'd on. Probably got that in the Navy or something.
No, I'm sure it's related. It's a snake, see? And if...
Even if it were a signal of some sort, that doesn't prove that the murders were done by a legit voodoo cult.
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica of one used in secret voodoo ceremonies a few decades ago.
Really? What makes you think so?
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel, we get those little old ladies in here all the time. That bracelet is probably not genuine, and it wouldn't prove anything if it were. That doesn't prove anything.
I have that murder photo you left for me.
Good. Just don't let anyone know I gave it to you.
I wouldn't show it to a soul. I have that murder photo you left.
Good.
I wouldn't show it to...
Just don't let anyone know I gave it to you. That doesn't prove anything.
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah? What makes you think it's related to the murders?
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be the only snake in Louisiana, all right. That voodoo snake. Christ. That doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove anything.
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh.
That won't help get the python off Gabriel.
I really don't want to be dead. Can we try that again? Why is it so dark in here? Dr. John? Hello? Uh-oh. You bastard!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
He did. I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see. We were not expecting visitors. But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door the next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea. Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
You're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love it when you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well, excuse me.
There's something in the ashtray. Gabriel can't see a way to use that. There's a snake scale in the ashtray. Gabriel finds a snake scale in the ashtray. It's a souvenir from the museum's python. He places the two scales together. The two iridescent scales are a perfect match.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Hey, mostly.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
I have these two snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right. It definitely suggests certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight. Okay, I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. I'll be in touch. Meanwhile, you stay out of trouble. I mean it.
I'll try. Thanks, bud.
Now lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
The door is locked. If Gabriel wants to talk to Mosley, he can go in through the front door.
That window leads to Mosley's office. Hey, Grace, here I am.
Whew, boy, party time.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
How do you feel about Nolans these days?
I'd rather be anywhere else in the world right now.
I've got some things I need to do.
Good luck.
Hi.
Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying, "Closed today only." This time the door is actually locked. Gabriel wouldn't mind picking up a few extra bucks by using Madame Lorelei's booth while she's gone, but he doesn't know how to belly dance.
Gabriel Knight, come in.
Hello, Magentia.
Please, be seated.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Certainly.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Are you sure you wouldn't consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
I told you, I couldn't do that.
Where did you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me, monsieur. I'm sure they know better than we.
Tell me anything at all.
You have to be careful when handling a snake. They're more delicate than they look.
I'll bet. Nothing. Never mind.
All right.
Give me an example of Gree-Gree.
Here's an old hoodoo doctor, Gree-Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue. If the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that. Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
Do these symbols mean anything to you?
Ah, the voodoo code. It is very secret, yes. I studied it with my mentor, the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Great. Can you tell me what it says?
I'm afraid I could never translate this code for an outsider such as yourself, Monsieur Knight.
Magentia doesn't seem to know anything substantial about the pattern. That doesn't work that way. Gabriel figures that many men have picked up things in Magentia's parlor, but he'd rather not. There's a chest in the corner that looks like a carnival machine. Gabriel can't see a way.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Certainly.
Are you sure you can't translate this for me?
As I said, it's a very secret code.
Surely you can see I'm trying to learn as much as I can here. How am I supposed to become an insider if you won't help me?
That's true, I suppose. Perhaps if the Loa were to grant you their approval.
How do I get that?
By using my Ask the Loa machine.
A machine?
Yes. A spirit guided me to it years ago in an antique store. And its guidance has never faltered. I trust it implicitly.
I see.
The spirits often work in mysterious ways, Mr. Knight. If you aren't willing to ask...
No, I'll ask. Let's see here.
Well done, Mr. Knight. You have earned the Loa's approval.
Truly, it's an honor. Now, about that code.
Let me see. Well, some of it is nonsense, I'm afraid. Whoever wrote this wasn't very good.
That's all right. Just tell me what it says.
It starts with a D and J. Then... okay, this part makes sense. It says, Conclave tonight. Bring... well, then there's more nonsense. F-W-E-T-K-A-S-H. The last bit might mean cash. Fresh cash? Doesn't make much sense.
That's okay. Thanks. D.J. Conclave K-A-S-H. And it's a start.
I'm happy I could help.
Well, I guess I'll be going now.
As you wish. The only vice is the absence of love.
I've heard that. Bye now.
It's getting late. Gabriel decides to go home for the day.
Damn. What is it? What's wrong?
Gabriel!
I see it, Grace. Hold on. There's no one in the shop, and I know there's no one in the back. It's okay.
Okay? Gabriel, that thing is still barely alive. How could someone do this?
With a knife, maybe?
Oh, God, don't even start. We should call the police.
No, I'll take care of it.
But, Gabriel...
I said I'll take care of it. Why don't you go get some coffee? I'll have it all cleaned up before you get back.
They know where you live now.
Shh, it's gonna be fine. Now go on. Are you sure you don't want to go home? I could close the shop today.
No, I'd rather keep busy. I'll be fine. At least that creepy guy is gone. Not that they aren't still watching. Anyway, speaking of keeping busy... Gabriel!
I see it. Stay back.
Special delivery, it seems. Gabriel eyes the surreptitiously delivered envelope. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it. Gabriel opens the envelope and finds a note from Mosley in a small brass key. Mosley's note says,
Gabe, I have to go underground with this thing. It runs wide and deep throughout the department and the city board. I'm already being watched. It was suggested that I take vacation time, so I am, at least as far as they know. Try to keep out of this. It's too hot for a rookie. Just in case, I'm sending you my office key. You might find some useful things there. P.S. I think this note will look great in the book, don't you? Make sure you save it.
The note is signed by Mosley. Times dated June 23rd, 1993. Gabriel finds an article about St. John's Eve. It discusses the day's Catholic roots and its adoption by voodoo devotees. In the early to mid-1800s, St. John's Eve was celebrated with elaborate voodoo gatherings at Lake Pontchartrain, Bayou St. John, and other sites outside the city. These days, the day is commemorated commercially in some of the local shops, and a few churches still hold a St. John's Eve Mass. Despite his better judgment, Gabriel reads his horoscope. Today you will either die, or your life will change forever.
Sure, why not? It is St. John's Eve. They'll be out tonight for sure. But where? Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?